Warm greetings from the high 10. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Sorry I got on a little bit late, but I want to thank you all for joining me. Got 6 viewing. Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. Hi. Tasha, Night Owl, Kimberly, Latrice, thank you so much. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you so much. Please, everyone, join in. I'll let some of you follow in. I got 15 viewing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Flouncy, how you doing? Good to see you. Ghost Ninja, thank you so much. Thank you all so much. Thank you. I have a double topic this evening because I usually when I have one topic, you all tend to veer from that subject matter. So I decided to do two topics. The first topic tonight will be can a person love two people at the same time? And the second topic is should you ever marry for money? So if you can intertwine those two, I'll kindly let you ponder on that while I put up the link. Hold on just 1 second, please. Oh, mercy. Thank you for joining me. Got 22 in the room. Thank you so much. Hi, Joelle. How you doing? Sophia. That's the link if you want to join the panel to give your commentary on the said subject matter. If you'd like to donate to the channel, $ Big Angie 129. Thanks for joining me. Please respect the hostess, the mods, and the chat. Amen. Can you love two people at the same time? That is one of the subject matters at hand. And should you ever marry for money? Please weigh in. Amen. Give me your honest opinion. Thank you, Night Owl. Thank you. Thank you, Terry. Thank you so much. Oh, Lord, here we go. Y'all keep telling me that like I can really do something. This goes on every time I jump up here about this link. Hold on. Go through this too much. /streamyard.com/G7YUY. Well, it's what I put up there. It's accurate. I don't know. You just have to hit the link because I just checked what I wrote. Could never marry or date a man. What? For money or materialistic things. Okay. How you doing, Winnie? Finally got that government name down. Thank you. Been working like crazy since you invited me. I'm pharmacy manager. Happy to catch you live. All right, Winnie. Amen. And thanks for changing your name. Yes, I advise that all people that are on social media, especially YouTube, to not use your government name. You can use it for your Facebook page if you like, but don't use it for Instagram and YouTube, because you do not want people following you out of YouTube onto Facebook, which is more personal, with your personal information and your friends list. I also advise you to close your friends list on Facebook. Do not have that said information open until your associates. Don't tell nobody nothing about you if they get in the inbox. That's all I can tell you. Because you do have people stalking people on YouTube as I speak because of whatever they're saying in the comments section. So I'm advising you to not use the same name on YouTube as Facebook for your own safety. It's https://streamyard.com/G7YUY6U9TV. How you doing? Love is different than being in love, right? Well, some people think in love. Some people say, yes, in love is different than love. So let's just say both then. Jesus, I need to change the title. Can you be in love with two people? Can you love two people at the same time? Yeah, maybe I need to change that. In love. Because people will say, I love him, but I'm not in love with him. Lord Jesus, help me. So I guess that means I've got history with him, but I don't feel like I did when I met him. I guess that's what that means. Help me. Guess I need to change the title. I believe one could be only lust and not love. Okay, thank you. I'm in a one-man woman. I don't understand what you're saying, Sophia. Not anything. Did you not hit the link again? Oh my God. This is starting to become redundant. I can't be in love with two people at the same time. Okay, the link is back up. Hopefully it works. No, there's nothing bothering me. Hi, how you doing, Evie? The answer is a no to both questions. Okay. This is just your personal opinion. It's not nothing serious. It's only serious if you make the conversation serious. Hi, Queen, baby. How you doing? Thanks for joining me. Okay, I got Flouncy coming up. Flouncy, you'll need to connect your mic, dear, before you can join the stream. Hello? Oh, Lordy. She's, I don't know. Connect your mic, Flouncy. Hello?
Hello. But it keeps going off.
Okay, well, okay, calm down. Just take your time. How are you?
Taking my time.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you, love?
I'm great. Good to hear from you. So can you be, I need to say, I don't know how to word it. Can you love two people, be in love with two people at the same time? And should you ever marry for money? Go ahead.
Yep.
I beg your pardon?
It's lagging, isn't it?
Are you answering the questions? I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can be, yes, sweetheart.
Okay. I think you can, well, in my situation, I can love my child and I can love a partner.
I'm not talking about loving. Listen, please, for y'all start. Okay, just wait, hold off, please. Lord have mercy. I didn't know I had to make this clear. Maybe I need to change the title. I'm not talking about loving dogs, children, co-workers. I'm talking about loving two people in an intimate relationship. So possibly I need to say be in love with two, because you all are getting ready to say love. I know you can love your friend and love your ex and then love your
true.
husband.
No, I get it.
Yeah. So I'll just say in
probably
love.
not
then. In love with two people at the same time.
Yeah, probably not then, because that's a bit dodgy, isn't it? I mean, if you've got a partner, how can you be in love with another fella?
I don't know.
I don't think it's right. Then you're confused. Aren't you confused? You'd be confused if you're in love with two people. You don't know what you want.
Okay.
What do you think? I mean, really? It's
I don't know.
No-brainer.
I'm not giving my opinion on. I'm just. This is my questions.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything.
No, I know. I have been in a situation where I've been with a partner and I fell in love with someone I worked with, and that was awkward. So I ended up leaving my relationship of 8 years for this person. But I mean, it's not fair to keep them both on, dangling the carrot in front of both of their faces. You can sort of, it's a bit selfish, isn't it? But you can feel like you're in love with two people.
Okay.
But it's not right. Not at all. I don't think.
Okay.
The other thing that you said on your, where is it? The other one that you said is marrying for money wrong.
Listen, hold on one second. Yesterday, if you have a problem, listen, please. Mercy. Yesterday, if you have a problem with what I'm saying, you can find yourself out somewhere. You worried about the wrong thing.
Yeah. My thing is echoing, it's lagging, and I can hear myself talking on your video. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Do you have your devices turned down?
Yeah.
Okay.
I might turn
Go ahead.
off. Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
You see, it's replaying what we've just talked about. I might hang up, okay, and then just wait.
Okay, cool? That's fine. Yep, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, sweetheart. I'll talk to you soon. All right.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
How you doing, Kimberly? How you doing? Well, you don't like the commentary, you can leave. I'm not here to babysit people. Hey, Brandy, how you doing, baby? Because I don't give you the answer that you think I should give you, then I'm rude. Hey, Jules, how you doing, baby? Sanaya, how you doing? Sanaya says marriage to me is very sacred. Okay. Yes, this is a double question this evening, morning rather. Can you be in love with two people at the same time? And should you ever marry a person for money? That is the said commentary for this discussion. Thank you for joining me. Hey, Leanne, how you doing? That's okay, Flouncy. Yeah, you have to keep your devices turned down because you will get an echo. Let me go on my page. If you want to join the panel, please hit the link that's inside of the chat. Thank you. If you want to join the panel, please hit the link that's inside of the chat. Thank you. Got 50 viewing. Thank you so much. Flouncy, you're welcome to come back. If you want to join the panel to give your opinion, please hit the link inside of the chat. What's up, Winnie? A heart mind can never be divided and given fair chance. The money issue is another beast. Shallow person can thrive until the mate die because they're not, I don't know what you're trying to say, starving or building anything. Okay. Okay, Flounce, if you want to come back up, you're welcome to come back up. Thank you. Thanks for joining me. If you want to join the panel, please hit the link Javon Castley, what are you saying? I don't know what you're saying. Hey, it's Quizzy baby. How you doing? You want to join the panel, please hit the link inside of the chat. Thank you. The subject matter is, can you be in love with two people at the same time, love two people at the same time, and should you ever marry for money? It is a two-part question. Thank you so much. Nancy?
Hello, am I live now?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Yes, sweetheart.
Oh, everything's lagging. Can I call you on IG? Is that okay? It's just playing up.
I can hear you fine. Just don't look at the chat and all that stuff. Just
I'm not
talk.
looking at the chat. I can hear you talking to me, but it's stuff you've said before. It's like lagging. Fuck's sake. Hang on, I'll turn this down.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but it just keeps showing everything that we talked about 30 seconds ago.
Well, just go on. Just go on.
Okay.
Okay. Lord have mercy.
Hey, boo.
Hello, how you doing?
How you feeling?
I'm okay.
All right. So my commentary as far as the topics tonight, can you be I just chop it up as, can you be torn between two people that you're intimate with at the same time?
I don't want to.
When
Don't say. I didn't say torn. Don't put no words up. No other words up there now. I said, can you love two people? I'm not talking about loving a dog and a cat and your daughter and kids. I'm not talking about kids. I'm talking about two people that you're intimate with, been intimate with. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I was saying.
Okay.
When I was younger, I would say yes, because you think you're in love, or you love a person, or you've been involved with a person sexually, and it can feel like love. But as I got older and as I've grown, I realized that basically it can be, you can lust after a person but think it's love. But when you truly love somebody, it only can be one. Because if you have two people that you feel that you love the same way and all that, it will never be a balance, because you're gonna want one more than the other. You're gonna want to be with one more than you are with the other, no matter how you define it as love. One is gonna have something that the other one doesn't possess, that attracts you, that makes you feel like you're in love with them.
Okay. Well, do you think men and women have a perception different? Because I think I talked to one male the other day, and he said he has loved two women at the same time, in love whatsoever. He loved two women at the same time. And then I asked a female this evening, and she said no. She thinks men would probably say yes, and most women would say no. And she feels like no, in her opinion. But I did ask a male, and he said yes.
Okay. I would say no. As a woman, no. You might do have more men that will say yes, and it might be a small percentage of women that says yes as well. But like I said before, as you grow and you get older, it's some things that one person can give you and love you and treat you a certain way that another person is not going to be able to duplicate, no matter how hard they try. And you can be in love with somebody that's not in love with you. You actually can love somebody and feel all the emotions and everything that you would feel if you were in love and they reciprocated it. But you can love somebody that don't love you.
But then one could say, well, are you actually in love? Because how are you in love with him or her and they're not in love with you?
The same way you put on shoes and pants or anything else. Yeah, that it is. I mean, we see situations where someone loves someone so much that they obsess over that person doesn't return the feelings. I mean, because you can be in love with a person personality and the way they speak or the way they treat you, and the whole time they can just have no attraction to you. You're just like someone they speak to, or someone they hold a casual conversation with. You see what I'm saying? Like I
Mhm.
can call a man and I can love everything that man tells me if I told him my problems or things I have been through, right? And that man can make me feel like I'm beautiful and build up my self-esteem. And he can, I might consider him flirting with me. In his mind, he might just be giving me some great advice. In my mind, I'm falling in love with this man is saying to me. In that man's mind, he's just only being a gentleman saying, this lady is down. I like her conversation. And that's how one person can be in love with somebody that doesn't reciprocate those feelings. Someone
Okay.
that loves you will show you that they love you. They don't always have to tell you. See, my biggest thing that I had to learn was I don't get anything from you telling me you love me. I
Okay.
get my biggest and most respect if you show me you love me. Like they say, actions speak louder than words. You telling me I love you. You can tell me 100 times a day you love me. And inside, I can feel like you don't give a damn about me.
Okay.
By the way you act, by things I perceive, things I pick up on, the way I feel, and all of that. So, that's why I say loving two people at the same time, like the blues song say, it ain't easy. You can try to do it, but it's not something that's gonna last because you're gonna want to be with one of those persons more than the other one. No matter how hard you try, somebody gonna get more of your time than the other person.
Exactly.
But you're saying, I love you and I love him and I can't pick. And I can't pick. Well, which one will hurt you the most if they walked out your life? That's what I would say.
Okay.
You know, as far as marrying for money,
Mm-hmm.
uh, that's tricky because for me, I don't want you if you ain't got no job, you broke, disgusted, and busted. Love don't pay bills. I can love you all day, but baby,
Love
when light
is
bill
wow.
come in, when my stomach growling, yeah, that love don't go up to the counter and say, "Let me get an 8-piece chicken with love," or "Let me get a loaf of bread
Ah,
with love." Let me pay the light bill with love. I can't take that down to the rent people, right? So
no, you
since I
sure
can't take it to the rent people, you have to have some stability. And I mean, I'm sorry, however, it might come out sounding. I don't raise my daughters to seek men or have me or entertain men that's broke. I mean, what we gonna do with broke? I can't take the love to the bank and get a loan, or I can't go to the ATM with love. You see, I can't take that. So you have to have some stability, and let's just call it what it is. You have to have some kind of ducket for me. Ain't no romance without finance. What we getting romantical for broke? I can be by myself and marry myself and be broke by myself. But if I'm gonna entertain a man,
Mhm.
then it ain't no reason why my pocketbook should be dry. I
Mm.
mean, what you talking about? I'm gonna marry him. So let's put it in context. Marrying somebody for money. Yeah, we marry somebody for everything. If you marry for love, what come out the love?
Mhm.
The house, maybe a family or something. So yeah, you have to have some form of currency. I mean, if I can marry you and you don't have no money and we can live for free and live good and never struggle, hey, sign me up. But since we don't live in that type of world, yeah, I will have to marry you for money. I ain't said that's the only thing that I'm marrying you for. But the topic is, would you marry for money? Yeah. Why would I marry for broke? Just, why would you marry for broke? Yeah, we can say love.
Mhm.
Love don't pay bills. I don't
Mhm.
get nothing off your love. I can get a little something off your love behind closed doors, but when it comes to business, they don't take the love. I'm sorry, they don't take love. I mean, I wish they did, then we all would be home and happy and whatever, but they don't. So, you
So you
got to have
saying
some money.
so you saying if you met well you're married now, but if the
Well,
guy
yeah.
you're married to was really
Mhm,
nice, but he didn't have a
mhm,
job at the time, you wouldn't have married
mhm.
him. Not out.
Ooh. I mean, well, yeah, you can be nice. I'm gonna go and break it down for you. We nice, right? Okay, we not. Okay, now what I'm trying to see is, are you expecting me to be like nice standing up or nice laying down? If I'm nice laying down, then you can't be broke. But if you nice standing up, I can talk to you as a friend, and I can't marry you. You gotta have some money. Period. Why would I be a woman and you broke? I'm broke. I'm gonna marry you, and then what we gonna do?
Okay.
Live the homeless life?
Mm-hmm.
But we got love. I can't do it. I need some money. I mean, look,
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
my friend, she don't run off of broke. She
Oh,
she
oh, 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 oh! You talking about Sally Mae?
yeah, she don't run off of broke. I mean, you
Not out.
want hydration.
Not
Hydration,
dead. I'm
you
dead.
know, I
I,
can't get no hydration broke. What we gonna do broke? We gonna
uh,
tell the truth. Women are not marrying and you just broke unless they just stupid.
oh,
Why,
Lord,
why would you marry a man broke and then come beg me for $2? And then this is what I'm gonna tell you. Did you marry for love or keep that love going? You don't need that $2. You marry for love. Come on now, let's be real.
well, you do know women date men who don't have anything, and they also will marry a man who don't have anything, and you know
And
this
you know,
happens every
and when
day.
they put them and when they put their GoFundMe's up, and then when they had their little signs outside the store, I said, baby, what happened? And they tell me they start, girl, I married him. He was in jail. He was broke.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that's what you chose. Then why would I give my money to something you chose? That's what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Ain't no sense of me adding something and you wanting nothing.
Okay.
So you gotta put stuff in context. Girl, he broke. He ain't got no job. And she tell me, girl, but I'm married for love. Girl, love don't pay the bills, but I'm married for love. Well, right there, you telling me you married for love. Then y'all need to be hungry in love. Y'all need to be broke in love, homeless in love, carless with love. They in love. Ain't no sense in my $2 helping you out. I said
Ooh,
what I don't do. I don't get hydrated.
your
My
pot.
friend don't get hydrated, and you broke because
I
oh
mean,
no, no.
girl, you showing out.
Grandmama said that a lady pocketbook should never, ever be dry. What? What? Nope. Nope.
Okay.
Can't
Okay.
do it.
Evie, I got Evie up here. Evie, you want to talk?
Sure.
How you
Hello
doing?
again.
Hey, sweetheart.
Hope you got some rest in between the lives.
Yeah, I was real. That's why I'm kind of lagging right now. Thank you so much. How you doing, baby?
You'll perk up as soon as you hear the right thing.
Look, oh, she done already brought Sally Mae on board. Oh,
Oh Lord, don't talk about her.
woo, clutch my pearls.
Gas.
Thank you.
So, can you repeat the question so
Yeah,
that I
I'm gonna
can
redo
answer
it
it?
because people are getting thrown off by what my initial title is. I know you can love
Right.
anybody. What I mean, can you love two people at the same time? Be in love. I'll say be in love with two people. And should you ever marry for money?
Okay. So the first question, could you be in love with two people at the
Yes,
same time? I think
love
you could. I think you
intimately.
could.
Have to be specific, I guess. Yes.
Yeah, I think that you could only because
Okay.
you can love two different people for two different reasons. Some people can't find everything that they're looking for in that one person,
Okay.
and they find it in another person, and those two people make one person. Yes, it'll get messy and get complicated, but you ask, could it happen? Yeah, I believe it can, and I believe it does.
Okay.
Me personally, it's just too much confusion trying to keep up. I'm married now, but I'm talking like when I was younger.
Okay.
But I was with my daughter's father for 15 years and we never even got engaged. And, at first everything's, oh, I'm in love. But then after a while, I started noticing like this is not going nowhere. It's just year by year going, and so I loved him for certain things, but I didn't love him completely.
I got you.
And because I was in it so long, I didn't want to leave because I got comfortable. But I did start looking at other people, maybe at work, maybe, the work husbands or whatever. And we would go to lunch and it was never anything intimate, but I loved that person for what they gave me that I wasn't getting at home.
Yes.
So
I hear that. I think I hear men say that it's like she has all these things, A, but
right,
then B has these things over here that A doesn't have. Very nice young ladies, of course. But A has a little something, and then B has a little something. So
right,
he could possibly be torn between both, as not I would say torn, because he likes both.
right.
But is he actually in love with both? You understand? Or is he loving both, which is so ever? See, it can be open ended because people can feel different things for different.
Right. I think on a man, I'm not a man, so I can't really speak for a man. What I'm going to say, my guess is that men don't love like women love.
Well,
I'm not saying a man is not capable of loving a
I
woman
asked
the
my
way a
brother
woman.
that. I asked him that. I probably shouldn't say that because he'd be like, "Oh Lord."
Yeah. I think for men, they may love one person and, maybe love somebody else or something, but I don't feel like men, I feel like when a man says, this is the one I'm in love, I mean,
Yeah.
that's really it for him, for the majority of
Okay.
men,
Okay.
right? So, but yes, I do think it's possible that you can love two people.
Exquisite, I see you down there. You said not. Okay.
Yeah. Not what that men.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe Exquisite needs to come up here because you've been commenting a lot down there in that box. Exquisite, would you like to come up here and join us? Because you've been
Exquisite.
yeah, you've been honking that horn down there real loud. You about to turn it down. You about to turn the traffic down there in that lane. Go ahead, Evie. I'm sorry.
That's okay. And then as far as the money part,
Okay, yes.
what was the question again? I'm sorry.
Should you ever marry for money?
Would I ever marry, or just
Whoever. I mean,
just for money?
do you want to speak for yourself or no?
Well, going back to that same relationship, that's why I got into it because of money. I was young, I had kids, it was like, okay, I'm struggling. Okay, he got money. And it was the unhappiest relationship. You know what I mean? Because
why?
my motive,
Tell me
my motive.
why you're unhappy. Can you say why you're unhappy?
Oh, I'm not unhappy now. I'm just
no, baby. I'm saying.
Oh, don't get me in trouble.
Well,
No,
see, I don't like to leave stuff
I was unhappy because although the bills were paid and this and that, emotionally, I was not happy. So, because it was just based on the money, what can be done for me and help me out of my struggle. But emotionally, mentally, because like someone wrote in the comments, the person who has the money controls things, right? So if you're just in it for the money, then you got to kind of yield to what that person says and does, because your only motive is the money.
Okay.
Is that making sense?
Okay. I'm just listening. Not really.
Okay.
I'm not really commenting.
Right. No, but I'm saying, does that make sense to you?
I hear you.
What I just said, that if you're in it just for a specific reason, you're going to kind of yield to certain things because you don't want that money to stop.
Of course.
It's not really long lasting.
So what you're saying is that you'll possibly put up with things you wouldn't normally put up with if you weren't in it for the money.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So you'll put up with things that you really wouldn't normally put up with because you don't want that lifestyle to end.
Of course.
You're driving nice cars, you're living in a nice house.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to give that up. But I also think for me, at that point, I really didn't know myself. I had to find myself.
Okay.
And be like, hey, I can do this for myself. I don't got to put up with this. But in that moment, if you're struggling and whatever, all right, then I'm just going to settle with this.
Okay.
But it really, I think would rarely ever work.
Okay. So back a long time ago, like in the 50s, 60s, women were more docile in behavior. Usually they did not work. They stayed home and, bore children and cleaned house, and they were more dutiful women, submissive. So I just think of now versus then, things are totally different than you know what I'm saying, 60 years ago. And I wondered, is it possible that a person could be selling their soul to the devil, so to speak, by being with someone just for the money? Because as I state, you probably will be putting up with things you wouldn't normally want to put up with, because that said person, it could also be a man marrying a woman for her money. You may be putting up with things you wouldn't normally tolerate because you're in it for the money. So I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Are you really
You're in
selling your
it for
soul
the
to the
wrong
devil?
reason.
Just
You're in it for the wrong reasons.
yes. Okay. But you know, people do this, and there are a lot of people who live this way. They're only with the person because they are well off, or they can provide things for them. They don't even necessarily have to be wealthy or a millionaire, but he could have a higher income bracket. And she realized, you know, why would I waste my time with old Joe over here? Because Joe's nice, but he really don't have it going on. Maybe Joe don't really got his stuff together. And she meets Paul, and Paul is like, Paul may not even be that great looking, let's say, but you know, he's like, he's well off. He's doing well for himself. So she may weigh the odds and say, you know what? I don't really feel for Paul like how I feel,
Right.
but I'm gonna go on and ride the ride, marry, whatever, because I think I'll have a better life. And there are people, let me say this, women who have done it, who have succumbed to the madness by being with somebody because of what people thought they should do, which, as I say, what women did a long time ago, 60s, 50s, 60s, and they rode the ride for security reasons. And some stayed with people, although they really weren't even possibly attracted to them, happy with them, but they rode the ride because that was expected of she at that time, and they even grew old together. And I've heard a saying from when people who are older now say, well, you can grow to love him. Do you believe that?
I think you can grow to be
You know what I'm
accustomed
talking
to
about.
them. It comes with a price.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it comes with attachments. Comes like just goes back to, it comes with things you don't necessarily want to deal with. Like if he's not your cup of tea, but you're like, hey, I'm financially stable, or maybe he cheats or whatever. But if you're only in it for the money, then those things really wouldn't bother you. But after a while, as you mature and you wisen up and things like that, you would want more for yourself, than just that. You start realizing there's more to life than this.
Right. And that's the sad part, because a lot of people do settle with people. I mean, I know a lot of people who have settled with other people. I know people who are with someone who and they were never happy. I mean, I can speak personally, because this person is now deceased, and that would be my father. He was I think he was a tortured soul. My father, he had what is the word I'm looking for? He liked younger women, let's say. But he was married to a woman, and frankly, the woman was what I would say a more spoiled type person, because she was dependent on her parents. So my father met this lady, they dated, but I don't think my father was really ever truly happy with her. Do you understand what I'm saying? I think
Yes.
it was comfortable, because her parents lived in a very nice their own building. The mother actually owned a building with the sisters. It was a 3-floor flat in Chicago on the west side. And I think it was a comfortable situation. He probably did like most men. He saw a nice looking girl sitting out on the stoop. They exchanged pleasantries. One thing led to another. She basically let him know, I will never leave my parents. I'm not trying to really veer off the subject, but just to show you, I think he settled with her because her life was comfortable. And I think over time, my father became miserable.
Yeah.
It was obvious. One summer when I went up there for a wedding, he was miserable because he began to confide in me. And I told him, I said, well, you chose this life because you didn't have to stay with her. That is your choice to be with somebody. You feel like you're the fixer guy. You're always the guy around when there's no other guys around, because his wife was like, I think she thought of my father more like a buddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She thought of him more as a buddy than her actual husband. She was the type, I'm just gonna be truthful, they're both deceased, so I can say this. She treated him more like ladies are getting together, people are having functions. she's got my father along as the tag along guy. Do you understand what I'm
Right.
saying? He was a tag along guy. Like in a normal setting, most men would say, well, hey, I'm not going to sit in a room full of women. I don't want to be around a room full of women. Those are your friends. There's no need for me as a guy to be sitting around a table or living situation where there's nothing but women. And I told him, well, you've done this so long, she thinks you like it because you never said anything. And so you've been living around a bunch of women in an apartment building where there weren't really a lot of men figures. And you know what I'm saying? And so you became, as they say, you know, the guy that'll put the light bulb in or do this, do that. But you
The
chose that
handyman.
because you,
Yeah.
yes, the handyman. And he finally told me this, you know, and I was an adult at the time. And I told him, but you chose this because all you had to do was tell your wife a long time ago, hey, I like you, I love you, whatever, but I'm tired of being around you and your parents every day. I would like for us to live somewhere else outside of in the same apartments. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I mean, they were
Very
living with
cushy.
her parents.
Yeah, they had a cushy life. Trust me, they had a very cushy life. His wife was just a woman who was spoiled, and she would not leave her parents, and she made that abundantly clear to him that she would never leave her parents. So my father just rode the ride, but I think in the end he was a miserable person because he didn't ever break free. But as I told him, that was your choice. You know what I'm saying, to stay in that situation.
Right. And that drives home such a good point, Queen, that if you're marrying just for money or just for this, or maybe you are in love at first, but you see after a while, like, this is not really what I signed up for, then at some point you're just gonna have to take that step, and either things are gonna change or I'm gonna have to leave. And a lot of people get stuck.
Yeah, he
They
did.
get
I think
stuck
he got
in that cycle, and they don't know how to get out of it.
yes.
But you know, just so comfortable with it
What you get
that,
used to.
yeah, is what you get used to.
Yeah, I think that's what I
But
think.
at what cost? That's why I said it comes with a price.
Yes.
You know, I'm
Yes, but
sorry.
I just can imagine living like that. I told him, I says, I don't understand how in God's name you could go this long with these type of feelings and possible animosity towards her when all you have to do is just tell her, I would prefer that we live elsewhere. There's nothing wrong with you having a bond with your family, but I don't want to live, you know, in a said household with your parents. And let me say that they were very nice people. The parents, they did not get in my father and his wife's business or anything like that. All of it was mutual, but it was just more principle. I'm a man and I'd like to be able to roam in my home as a man.
Right.
And you have to think about things when you're living in someone else's house. You can't just walk out in your undergarments to go get a glass of water, a drink in the night. You have to be respectful because there are other people who also live in a said home.
Right. You got to get dressed every time you leave your bedroom.
Yeah, right.
Where's my sweatpants? Unfortunately, a lot of people live like that. Unhappy.
Okay. Yes, and I believe he was. And I think, and I'm gonna be truthful, I think he realized it when he fell for a very young woman.
Yeah.
And his mind got blown by this young woman. And what was crazy, she was the same age as me, so you can imagine what that was like. It was like, wow, dude, really? But he learned the hard way when she
And that
actually was
also,
single and she
Queen,
was dating someone else.
also, I think age would factor into that too, because sometimes, like, if God forbid me and my husband separated, I would probably just stay single because, you know, it's hard to start over. You know, so that could have been another reason. Your dad was older than her, right? And maybe he's just like, what is out there? You know, some people say, what's the alternative?
Yeah. Because you're used to this person. I know this person, although
Right.
things about him I don't like, but I'm used to her or him. And I think that's why he, at one point, you know, he had a little hiatus where he fell off the grid from her. He went missing, and then he went back to her. She accepted him back. But I think he just went back to her because it's all he knew. It's all he knew. And it was, as I stated, it was a very cushy life. I mean, the average man would have been glad to live the life that they had because it was cushy. I'll say this now, even both are deceased. The life was cushy as hell. And it was a great setup for a man not to really be dutiful to do his job and be successful and be more than what he could be. And I'll say that because that is what the wife allowed. You understand what I'm saying? I can honestly say she settled. They both settled.
Yeah, but that's awkward. You know what I mean? Just like with everything as a married couple that married couples do, it's just awkward knowing that your in-laws are a couple of rooms away, or you know what I mean?
Yes. Yes, yes.
That's a very awkward situation.
But they liked it, obviously.
Well, if it was like a separate house on the property or something, but they were all in the same house.
They were on the same level. They was like, okay, the apartment building has 3 floors. There are 2 apartments per floor. So it's 6 units. It was a sister. Each sister had an apartment in the building. You understand what I'm saying?
The sisters lived there
My
too?
father and his wife lived in the apartment. My father and his wife lived in the apartment with her parents.
Oh,
You understand
Lord.
what I'm
The
saying?
whole family lived there.
In the building. Yeah, but they weren't like meddlesome. So I want to make that clear. It was none of that messy type. You better do this and this. No, everyone lived their own separate life in the building, but it wasn't a normal situation because all these years he felt some type of way, but he really didn't voice his opinion. He just went with the flow because he knew his wife felt obligated to her parents. She wouldn't leave her mom and dad. And the crazy thing about it, that mom and dad didn't even sleep in the same room. I thought that was so weird. When I would visit, I would be like, well, Mr. Charlie, his bed off the kitchen. You know what I mean? It was hot because Mr. Charlie had a little room off the kitchen, and girl had little twin beds like in the 50s.
Like using the military.
Young girl at that time, and I was thinking, Lord Jesus, what is this? This is something off of it looked like they had the twin beds, and the couple get in the bed at night, and you looking like, well, how are they intimate if they had two beds? I'm dead. I'm dead, Fred. No.
That's crazy.
But that situation was the same because my father had told me, about Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie was a worldly man of his time, and he was a free spirit, if you get what I'm saying. Mr. Charlie did what he wanted to do, if you get my drift.
Yeah.
They basically
Mr. Charlie was just a man.
Mr. Charlie had other women, and Mr. Charlie was a roller. So that's why
Charlie was just a man.
Yes. So everybody was settling if you could see the pattern. Everybody was settling. Mr. Charlie had his own room. My dear had her own room. Then my father and his wife had their own room. But when you looked at the bigger picture and you really learned the dynamic of how everybody was living in that said home, everybody was settling for somebody else and really could not have actually been happy. But that's the point. What makes you happy may not make me happy. But they all settled for something that really wasn't what would be considered the normal way of living.
Right.
But of course, in the end, it ended up that they ended up, moving out down the road. They were trying to sell the building, and my father and his wife moved in another house, and they then took her mother in. Mother was the last one, alive at the time. So eventually, look, the trains were broken, but they still brought Mama along with them.
So,
at the end,
what you're describing is, it was a different time for like Mr. Charlie age range, and I was referencing the song where the woman said, with no pain, no gain, Mr. Charlie is just a man doing the best that he could, even though he was out there in the streets or whatever, the way, you were portraying
it's a Sanaya. You got to be quiet when making love. It's Sanaya. Okay.
I wanted to say it's Sanaya, but Queen won't let me do that. I ain't gonna do that.
Well, that wasn't nothing, but guess what? I don't believe there was nothing going on in the room for them to be. They ain't have to worry about. You got to worry about being quiet if you're not doing nothing.
I mean, everybody want a little fire brush sometimes.
Okay,
you got
listen to what I'm saying.
No, let
At
me
some
stop.
point, there's nothing going on in the bedroom to make noise. Do you follow?
Hmm.
Okay.
I'm just piggybacking off Sanaya. But Mr. Charlie them era was different where we would say that they settled because times were different. And the upbringing of women during that time was very different, as you say, because I was raised by grandparents. And for the longest, you would hear the older women say that you are supposed to learn how to cook, clean, do all these things because you're going to be a wife.
Right.
Nothing was ever described as, okay, go to school and do all these things you want to do, and you might or might not be a wife, but we're going to learn all of this. And
Right.
for a long time, my understanding of being a woman was very obscure because I was one that was like, well, it's more to do and do this. And my grandmother was very much like, well, that's what women do. And if, just say, Mr. Leroy worked at the chicken mill and he made good money, where
Mhm.
most women that I was raised up under, they married for that reason, the very thing that you're talking about.
Mhm.
And for that's why I thought that that was all like it was to do because I came up in a different era. So most of the women married the men that made a good paycheck and they stayed home, had kids. You know, it didn't matter what he did. You know, you home, you do this because he made good money. He
Mhm.
bring you a turkey, a ham, some oil,
Uh,
whatever. What? You know, I'm telling the truth. I'm from the South. You know, you got your grits and you know, you got all that.
okay.
But they were unhappy with
Oh,
just their bare minimum.
it's like to me it'd be an unhappy life. Like I said, what makes one person happy may not make another person happy. But I can't see sleeping in separate rooms with my and I'm married. I can't see having separate
Right.
bedrooms. I mean, I witnessed all that and near the end, um,
Mm-hmm.
of his life. I and other people I've seen live this way. They just do separate things, and I just can't see being married to somebody and we're sleeping in separate bedrooms. I don't care if we never do anything. I just can't see me sleeping in another room. Why
Oh,
would
wait,
I
whoa,
want to
whoa,
sleep?
whoa, 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 whoa.
Sleep in the
Wait,
base,
wait, whoa, whoa.
couch
How
or
old we gonna be? Hello, slow down. How old we gonna be married, not doing nothing? Like
well,
nothing, nothing. You can.
They were younger. They were probably near my age and not doing nothing because I'm 50.
Oh no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. Somebody go to the doctor or something. Somebody was gonna come through the window at night. Some. That's
Somebody's gonna
me
come
though.
through the window.
Nothing, nothing. The back door, the window,
But it's
wherever.
what I said. It's what you settle for. Obviously, she liked it. That's the old saying. You like it, I love it.
But
You
you don't
like
think that
settling.
somebody was coming through?
Well, that's why I said somebody was coming through for my poppy.
There you go.
I just
Now
said that.
you land the.
I said that a while ago. I said he liked younger women.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I caught that one.
But he didn't really realize what hurt was, I think, until he saw the younger woman with another man. But she had that right because she was a single woman. And I told him that. Well, you can't really get mad because you caught her with another man visiting because that's not your wife. You have a wife. So you couldn't get upset that you put the key in the door and walked in and saw a little fella there. She could have a fella because she's a single woman.
That's called having your cake and eating it too.
Well, guess what? The cake didn't taste so good. And I really realized that for the first time, I could tell that he was hurt. And it was weird because I'm thinking to myself, how in the world could you be hurt over a woman that is the same age as your own child?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? It was something hard to digest at that time because I was probably 24 at that time.
Ooh.
So I thought, dear God, you're dating somebody who you're old enough to be their father, and you are actually hurt by this girl dating a man, but she had every right to date a man because she was a single woman.
Do you think it was more his ego was bruised than hurt?
I don't know.
or his pride?
I don't know because I never really talked personally with him about that type of situation. But I knew he liked her a lot. He did for her. He helped her. She also had two small children, a boy and a girl. So he did help her, take care of her kids, and he had this separate life with her. But it was weird because she was the same age as myself. So it was like, to me, it was offensive. Because I felt like if you want to go out there and be with other women, that's your business. But you could have picked somebody, in my opinion, older. You understand? Not someone that's the same age as your own child.
Right, that was awkward.
And I knew the wife had to know at some point that he was out there because like they say, women get those intuitions. But I think
Yeah.
she never said hey, I want you out of here, get out this house, blah blah blah. She settled. She didn't care because she was the type of a female. She liked money. So long as you're bringing her diamond hearts, diamond bracelets, she don't mind because she was really addicted and obsessed with her family dynamic. So she was more the type of queen that she likes to be up under her family, which as I told you, she would not leave her parents. So she was okay going to work every day, coming home, watching her little TV shows, sitting up under her mommy and daddy, talking to people, running with her girlfriends around, shopping. She really didn't care where my father was. She did not care about that. And a lot of women are like her. So long as he comes home by a certain time, he all right.
Yeah, there are some women like that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care what you do as long as you pay their bills and give them some money.
No.
But in the end, he realized that, of course, you're older, you realize the mistakes you've made in life. And he said that to me once, right around the time when my mother passed away. He was like, well, you live and you learn. I realized, that wasn't nothing. He said, I would never have done that. The young ladies trying to, chasing behind them. It was just a waste of time. But of course, I didn't know that at that time, when I was doing it.
Right.
Uh-huh.
But that does put things in a perspective. But no, I could not be the type of woman knowing that you out gallivanting and all you doing is paying some bill, because in this day and time, the first thing a woman would say is, I can pay my own bills. I can do this and I can get this for myself. What is it that you're giving me beside the money? Unless it's a millionaire and you got maids and nannies and you live a rich life.
But we learned that life is not so happy either. But that's the thing about that life is we are craving what they have, the wealth, to being able to go places, travel, money in the bank, do what I want. But then the flip side of that is you see people who are like that every day, but they're crying and moaning that they're unhappy. And then the people like us who are regular people, we're saying, well, what the hell are you unhappy about? Because we're unhappy because we don't have anything. And yet you got everything and you're unhappy. So what the hell are you miserable about? You see the flip side of that?
Because it can be a lonely existence.
Right,
for a
but
lot of
when you're struggling yourself, you don't look at it like that because you don't have those things. You wanting those things. You want to be able to hop on jets and planes and go places and go in the bank and buy whatever you want and live good, have a nice home, 3.5 car, because you idolizing those things. But we see every day those people who have those things, they're the same ones who end up killing themselves or overdosing. And the first thing you said is, well, what the hell was he mad over? What was he tripping about? What was she depressed over?
Yeah, that is the first thing we say. We be like, how can you
dynamic.
be sad or be miserable? And a lot of times they are, but we don't
Because
see it
you
like
in it for the wrong reason.
So what, Evie?
I said because they're in it for the wrong reasons.
Oh, you mean married for money?
Yeah. And I was just sitting here thinking about the dynamic of how much younger his wife was. And even with that, you have to think about that's different generations, and that also causes problems because you're from one generation, the younger person in current generation. And so there's different ways, like Night Owl was saying, in the South or, the older generation was raised differently.
Yes.
And so, one generation will expect something and maybe find that younger person immature or whatever. Yeah, they're immature because they're younger than you and they're in a different generation. They're dealing with things that are different from your generation. So that can cause problems as well.
Yes. But a lot of women live like this settling in general, whether it be the guy is well off, whether the guy is not well off. I mean, I see both sides of the coin. I know someone right now with someone, they have them in their life, but he is a bum. He is he's a bum. He's a drug addict. He doesn't want anything. He brings problems to the table. And my thing is, you're not even worth the time. Because first of all, I don't want to be with somebody that gets high. So that's first and foremost. It doesn't matter if you, at that time you work, didn't work. I don't want to talk to anybody that uses narcotics. So that's first and foremost. We don't even have conversations. Second of all, you're a liar. You were with somebody else, and then you brought all that extra baggage. But see, this is the thing about life. You can't tell grown folks what to do. See, my thing is, a person had to been lonely to willingly go into a relationship knowing the person didn't have shit in the first place. We're going to keep this 100. You knew he ain't have nothing when he came to the table. He came to the table.
Preach.
He came to the table grabbing. You didn't just wake up and find out, oh, he don't got a job. He don't got a car. He living with Susie Mae. His clothes over at Susie Mae's house. Well, you might need to stay where your clothes belong to.
Hello.
Come on through with that with them folks. I know somebody in that situation.
You didn't even come to the table with a car. Shut your mouth. See, all he had was what was between his legs. Let's keep it real.
Come on now, Queen.
And now it's a worse situation because some stuff has jumped off with him doing things, violation, taking things that don't belong to him. It's that deep. But like I said, it's what you like. Because there's no way you can say you're happy with this person to where it's turned violent. They've taken from you. They've done all these violations against you as a human, but yet you still dealing with them. How the hell you gonna have somebody in your house you can't even trust to turn your back and lay your pocketbook down?
I got an ex-friend that's
a terrible way. Let me tell you, that's a terrible way to live. To when you have to hide your car keys and hide your wallet.
Yes, ma'am. That's what she has to do. And for the longest time, I didn't understand it. And that's how I met my husband through her. And when this man came along, he was in the penitentiary. And I kept saying, girl, you young. He was old. He was in the penitentiary. I was 19. She had to be 21. And she was like, I met this man and it was through a girl we went to school with. And I said, well, where is he from? She said, Mississippi Department of Penitentiary. I said, what? And she ended up staying with him, had multiple kids, found out he was a drug addict. My brother-in-law got him a job. And I was just so happy for him. I was like, because he was living with her and her mom and them. And I was like, well, did he go to work today? And she was like, no, he failed a drug test. And I didn't know he smoked weed. It started out to me as I didn't know he smoked weed. Then come to find out he was a full-blown crackhead. He had older children. And he don't sold children clothes. See, on the street for $2, $3.
I'm not even, my thing is, it wouldn't matter if I was 20, 30, 40. It's one thing if I dated you and then I find out you got high and I decided to cut you out, but I'm not going to the table looking at a chronic. I'm not going to the table looking at no dope thing. That is out.
I said that too.
In no t-shirt and no ragged ass pants and shoes, because that's an old saying. I always look at the shoes of a person because the shoes tell you where they been,
everything. Tell you
and where they go.
Well, he was going down the street selling the children clothes and games.
If you don't even put your shoelaces in, that let me know you don't care nothing about yourself. You only put damn shoestrings in your shoes. Shut your mouth.
And look under them nails too.
Oh, I don't do them nails. I don't like that either. That's a turn off to me. And let me tell you what's funny about that. My father had manicured nails, so that should tell you what type of man he was. My father had, because his hands were just like his mother's, my grandmother. They both had the same shaped hands. They both had strong fingernails. And for a man, my father had beautiful nails. I can tell you to this day, I don't like fingernails, period. Most men who I see with fingernails, they weren't manicured like my father's hands were, but I don't like nails on a man, period. I don't like fingernails. I don't like toenails. That's a turn off to me. That's a turn off to me. I don't like fingernails because to me, when I see a man with fingernails, that lets me know he don't do nothing. Shut up.
Right.
I'm just keeping it real. You got fingernails, that means you don't do nothing. And
Exactly.
it's not a good look for. I mean, like I say, every woman is different. I don't like fingernails on a man. That's a turn off.
No, I don't need a pair of pants. My grandma used to call them a pair of pants. Any pair of pants. They're just a pair of pants. A pair of pants. That's all it is, a pair of pants.
Ooh, no, that's a britches. Shut up.
Girl, yeah.
Oh, South Boo
Come
Boo.
on, Bridget.
Put your britches on. See, this the deep South here.
Very. I can't stand that. That's a pair of pants walking up there. Oh, that pair of pants ain't gonna do nothing for you.
But I think, let's be
Mm-mm.
truthful, a lot of people are settling. I see a lot of people who I know damn well they are not happy with the people they are with.
Well,
They are not. And they will go to their graves kicking and screaming, saying, yes, I is. Yes, I is. No, you ain't. But
I couldn't imagine.
that's your business too.
Yeah, it's their business until they make it my business and they be like, girl, my life finna get cut off. I be like, girl, for real? Well, where's so-and-so? Girl, he got laid off. Girl, you know, he babysit the
Right.
kids. These are things that they call and say. And you know what my husband say? Yeah, I'm girl, gone down there to the church, see what the food pantry doing for you. I mean, hey, I get up and go to work. My husband works ever since he's 14. That's why I would never take less from a man based on how my grandfather was. My grandfather went without so he could provide. So it's nothing. No man can tell me that he can't do. No, it's unacceptable. If you want that man there babysitting y'all kids, I don't understand that. And you working 20 jobs and y'all stuff getting cut off and he play PlayStation all day. What you can get your own self out. Let's just go put it out there.
Now that's we getting off the subject a little bit, but that's always a turn off. You're not gonna play no video games where I sleep.
Queen, let that man play Xbox. Let him play Xbox and PlayStation.
Let me tell you about Queen. Baby, you like sports? Go buy your damn ticket and go watch your college game, a pro game. The flat screen got nothing but ESPN channels on it, or go take your happy tail outside with some golf clubs and hit you some golf balls. You like sports. That video game, I don't know, it's something about that. I don't know, it's just a turn off to me. I know. I think because I've seen so many young women with guys who start out playing video games and then you start hearing all those crazy stories like, he don't get up, he don't do nothing, he playing. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with playing video games, but I'm just saying in young people, you always see a lot of wayward men. That's all they do is play video games. And so that's why when I think of a grown man playing it, I don't know, it's just something about it just don't sit well with me. I'm not saying a decent man can't play video games. I'm just saying,
it ain't your cup of tea. I get exactly what you're saying. I know where you're coming from.
That's what I'm trying to say is you don't want to look up and see a 50-year-old man playing video games all damn day. That's all he done. He acting like he's 30 sitting on the couch, you know what I'm saying, with no direction playing video games. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right. My husband don't even play the games on his phone. He ain't got time.
Well, that's where I'm going with it. Thank you.
Yes. Because, you know, he understands he has a family.
Yeah, I'm just saying a lot of men older, they will go play sports. They will go to a bar, someone's house, catch a game, like TV, participate in sports physically. That you just don't see a lot of grown men sitting around playing video games.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
My husband, he likes sports, but he'll only really watch like when it's the big game. I'm not a really.
Oh, look at Melissa's head. Don't even get up to pee. That's my point. Thank you, Melissa.
And she up there catering to him.
Yeah, video games. Child. That's the point I'm trying to make, is you hear that a lot with younger women saying that's all he do. He don't work. He don't do this. I mean, you heard the stories of young men that they don't work or they lose their job and they take to playing video games. I saw a documentary about a white boy. All he did every day was get up and play video games. He flunks out of a prestigious university because he became addicted to playing video games. And that's deep. We're not even talking about somebody that was smoking crack or shooting up heroin. He gave his life up for a video game. Now that's treacherous.
That's crazy.
You go downhill because of a control stick.
Yeah, but if that's what you allow in the beginning, you can't complain about it 2 years later after you done.
That's the point. That's what I'm trying to say. If you start out saying that's all they do, they're not productive, right? So why are we gonna be complaining? You don't want to get up. You don't want to go nowhere. You don't want to do nothing. I ain't arguing with nobody grown about no video game. I can tell you that now.
Right.
No, that's for children.
That is.
This is how I look at it. The video games are for kids. I'm just strict like that. My mindset's different. I don't get nothing. I think it's like I said, there's nothing wrong with grown people playing video games. But when that's all day, I left you playing video games. Let's say I went somewhere and I come back 3 hours, you still sitting on that in that same spot. A grown ass man playing a video game. Now you see where I'm going. A momentum.
Yeah.
That's your momentum. Yes, they are addicting. Video games are. Ooh, it's Squid's talking about a pimp. What? Now, where you took that to?
A pimp? What we? Squid jump on the paddle. Did you say a pimp?
Look, I don't know where that come. What? I done missed something.
Well, is he pimping a woman to play the game? What you talking about, Squid?
I don't know. That's why I tell y'all quit texting in the chat. Come up on the panel.
That's a good one. I get what if you speaking in the realm of she working and he at home playing games all day. Yeah, there would be a pimp, a broke one, but okay.
They happy he's home and not out cheating. Well, guess what? If you playing video games all day, who said you was getting some? Ting.
They meet folks on the playing the video game.
Look, don't think you getting some just because they in the same house with you.
You might not even want it.
Okay.
You might not even want it.
Okay, I've been married over 26 years and I'm not happy. I just keep pushing. Kimberly, come up on the panel, baby. I want to talk to you.
Hit the link. You, baby. That's a long time.
Drop the link, not out for her, please. Drop the link for her.
You want me to drop the link for her?
Yeah, Kimberly, I want you to come up here, sweetheart.
Hold on.
Thank you.
This was a great topic.
Yeah, I got to give 2 and 1 because you know y'all veer off. You see, we already off. We on 25th Street.
Girl, I was gonna say.
Look, because this happens every time I have a live. We leave 15th Street and go way up north. We leave.
Went up the block.
About 2 subjects because we kind of veer off. But yeah, that is a subject tonight. Can you be in love with 2 people at the same time? And should you ever marry for money? Oh my God, Melissa said probably not even showered. Okay, I'm dead. Ooh. Now, Sanaya. No, ma'am. Thank you, Night Owl, for dropping that down. Evie, what else you want to say, Queen?
I'm sorry.
What else you want to say about both subject matters, or 1 or 2?
Oh, I'm done. I'm good off. So you could bring up some new panelists. Thank you. See, you perked up. That's my queen right there.
Yeah, Queen was kind of still like I was jet lagged a little bit because I had been sleeping. So you know,
you just shook it off. That's all. All right, Queen.
Okay,
I'm gonna still be in the chat.
Okay, baby. Thanks for joining.
All right, you're welcome.
That was Evie. Yay. Baby girl, I want you to come up here and holler at the Queen. I want you to hit the link that's been dropped in the chat. Lord, shut your mouth. Yeah, Kimberly, I want to hear what you got to say. If you are willing to share with the chat your situation, we would love to hear from you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. I'd be sad if he was home, all he was doing was playing video games. Patty, if he was just there, period, not doing nothing. He ain't looking at you, he ain't talking to you. Well, what's the point? Real talk. Just somebody just there, taking up space. As I say, sucking up oxygen. You have a lot of people like that. It's not working. It's not working in their favor. You have a lot of people that live like that. They're just vessels going in a place, and there's no communication, there's no conversation, there's no touching, there's no affection, there's no pleasantries. It's just two ships passing through the night, living in the same house, paying bills with one another, and it's nothing. And you hear it all the time. And I don't see how anybody can live like that. I'm not walking by you like you're my roommate. I'm going to my room, you going to your room. Well, you need your own place. Oh, I need mine. He ain't out there messing around playing in the streets. I'm good. Okay, exquisite. Might as well have a blow up dog. Okay, Melissa. Oh, God, Jesus. Sweetie, are you coming up? Anybody else would like to join the panel? Hit the link. Where is Queen? She's not saying nothing. Yeah, Kimberly, hit the link in the chat, baby, if you want to join us. Anybody else would like to come up and give their commentary about being in love with two people at the same time? Is it possible? And should you ever marry for money? Hate that I was there for 23 years, never knew what he was going to be upset about. Okay, Notorious Nance, would you like to hit the link? Okay. You all do not have to continue to comment in the chat. If you would like to get up on the panel, please hit the link. Lord have mercy. Okay, Notorious. That's cool. I mean, you don't have to be seen. I have 69 viewing. Thank you so much for joining me in this early morning. Okay. Y'all so shy, but y'all don't mind typing in that box. You all will type y'all fingers to arthritis. Just saying. Well, I'm 1 hour and 22 minutes in, so I'm trying to keep the flow along with the commentary. Is it possible to be in love with two people, love two people at the same time? Lord have mercy. Yeah, keyboard warriors. Not to be offensive, but that is the purpose of having the link, is so you can join in conversating. Oh, look at my little cousin. She's so pretty. It's not that bad getting on the call. No, I mean, you're just giving your opinion. It's not that serious. What did and had to do was to find out what love means. Oh, okay. My mom was with my dad for over 50 years and he cheated till he passed. Aquarius 63, would you like to get up here and share an opinion? Thank you, Terry, for the compliment. I see your compliment. Please feel free to hit the link if you'd like to give your commentary on being in love, loving two people at the same time. Is it possible to be in love, loving two people at the same time? And should you marry for money? I want to hear you. I got Chick Benny coming up. Love, loving two people at the same time. And turn your device down, Queen. Turn it down. I want to hear you.
What happened? Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
Look, I feel like, I'm already jazzy. I'm ready to go out and do a little dancing, honey. Look, I feel like Suge in The Color Purple. Miss Stanley, I feel like singing. Shut your mouth.
Okay. So you said, I don't think you should marry for money.
Okay, start with the first one then.
Okay. What was the first one?
Can you love?
Oh,
Can
can
you
you love two
love
people?
with two people at the same time, Miss Chick Benny?
No,
You can't.
you cannot.
I can't be in
Not
love.
the-
I can't be in love with two men at the same time.
no, not totally.
I
You
can't
can,
love two men at the same time.
you can maybe care about somebody, but love, no.
So I'm gonna be so with this what we saying. I like you a lot, but I'm in love with Tyrone.
Right. Ah,
Okay.
yeah, I don't think you can. Have you ever
Have I what?
loved?
Love two men at the same time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No.
Mm-mm.
And I haven't and I don't recollect being in love with two men at the same time.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Nope. Oh, but what I want to, I heard y'all talking about.
Go ahead about the money when I go and mention the money
Oh,
part.
money. Oh, yeah.
I'm
You
sorry.
can't marry. No, you can't marry for money.
You can't. Why can't you?
Because you can marry for money, but you may not be happy. And
And
that's
why is that? Why can't I be happy?
because that's where the control is.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So
Yeah.
you saying he might try to control me because he got the money?
Been there. Yes, he will.
See.
He will. My first husband did that.
Okay.
So we was only married 3 years.
Oh wow. Okay. So it got really bad.
Well, I loved him. I really did. But he had money, but I loved him. I fell in love with him.
Okay, you fell in love with him.
But then he cheated and kept cheating.
He kept cheating.
And he thought he could because he had the money.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Because you know that. Because guess what? They're cheap when they ain't got no money. Shut up. Look, we're gonna really get ignorant with it. And Negro, how you broke and cheating? Woo!
That's all kind of wrong.
What? You ain't got nothing. You cheating? Wait a minute. Let me get you two little dusty pair of shoes and put them in a Kroger bag and hand them on to you.
Right?
Let me take you to the bus stop. Oh,
Yeah. That's what get me. Yeah. You don't have
ain't got nothing in cheating. Oh, shut your mouth. That's ugly, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. But they do it all the time.
Mm.
All the time.
Then went and got you a Build-A-Bear and he cheating on you. Because you know what they say about putting a man in some shoes. The same ones he will walk out on you in.
Girl, I was so in love with him
I'm saying.
that when he I didn't go out. We had a little baby, a little boy.
Okay.
And so I didn't go out. And so he was saying, I'm getting off work and I'm probably gonna go out with the boys.
Okay.
I said, okay, I'm gonna run you. I ran his bath water for him. I had the food ready. I ironed. I made sure he had a crease because I want my man to look good. Didn't know I was making him look good.
Tell not that she down there mad. Trifling ass Negro.
It'll be all right. It'll be all right.
I love it, mother. How you doing? That be damn. I can feel the heat through the computer. You feeling some type of way about your ex-husband. What's really going on?
He gone now, so
Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
but yeah, I did. I was like, I'm not letting my husband go out looking like anything. He gonna look nice.
Kimberly Ara Smith, would you please hit the link and come up and speak, sweetheart? You don't have to show your face, dear. Crystal, how you doing? What else you got to say, Chick Benny? So don't marry for money. He gonna try to control me. What if he don't? Though? What if there's a nice guy and a woman marries him? He got money. He really ain't the guy that she really would want, but he's nice to her and he treats her well, and it actually works.
Well, she might grow to love him.
Okay, and that's what I mentioned earlier. A lot of women have said that back in the day.
Yeah.
That, women married because that was the expected thing to do in the 50s, 60s, on back, let's say.
Yeah.
And it was expected that you marry, not necessarily it be all that. He don't have to look like all that, but he was a decent guy. And I believe a lot of women in the early part of the, world, that's what they did. They married because that was the expected thing to do of a woman, was to marry and bear children.
Yeah, because when he was cheating, I asked my mom, I said, what should I do? She said, leave him. But I didn't want to leave him. So I went to my auntie and I asked her.
Look at ooh,
And she said, stay. He'll change. He'll
yeah.
get tired of doing it.
All right.
And, I was like, and I thought she was a real strong woman, but I realized she was going through a lot herself.
Look at Night Owl making him look good for another broad.
I guess I was. I didn't even know it.
Night Owl, you about to fight down there? What's going on?
He probably catching it left and right, and I didn't even know I was fixing it.
Night Owl got boxing gloves on.
Come on, girl. But yeah, but my second husband,
I feel like saying, honey. What is it? Some people got to have it. Ooh. I'm going to YouTube. When I shut this thing down, I'm going to my TV. I'm sure I'm going to put that up there on my TV. I'm going to play that just for you all. Lord, have mercy.
Yeah.
Ooh, have mercy. That's the truth. Some people got to have it.
That's true. My second husband had money, and that made him look a little bit better. Because by that time, I'm looking for security.
Exquisite, what you talking about? Screenshots or what? Okay, here go. What's up, Winnie? Ooh, this is right here. I don't know what this is. Hold on a minute. Wait.
Should I leave?
No, I got room up here. What's up, Winnie? She's buffering. Uh-oh. Hold on. I do feel like saying, Miss Celia, I feels like saying.
Sister.
Hi.
Come over a little bit. Winnie.
I'm sorry, baby. Let me fix my camera. I'm sorry.
Okay, fix your camera, baby.
I'm trying to get.
Yeah, you gotta get over to it. I'm kind of out the box too, so.
Wait. Okay, hold on.
Right
I'm
there.
trying to get my old ass up in. How y'all doing?
How you doing?
Hey.
I've been waiting to meet you.
Honey, here I is. What's up,
I
Winnie?
know.
What's up, Winnie?
You thought I was somebody. Ooh, honey, hold on. Let me get this together. Hold on.
Lord have mercy. What is going on?
She here. Hold
All
on,
I see kitchen cabinets and everywhere. How you doing, baby?
I'm in my kitchen. I'm doing good. You know, y'all had me burn my.
Yeah, what, baby?
And I was cooking catfish, and I burned.
Okay. Ooh, where you calling from?
Listening to y'all.
Where you calling from?
Am I echoing?
No, you're breaking up. But where you calling from, baby?
Oh, I'm from Cali.
You from Cali?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh Lord.
Yes, ma'am. Don't even start. Don't even start that shit shenanigans.
Let me push my breath. She from California.
Girl.
Wait a minute, Elizabeth. I'm coming to join you, Elizabeth.
Hell no.
What part of California, baby?
Y'all, why you breaking up? I'm from the good part, honey.
Okay. Would you like to tell us where?
Let me figure out this camera.
You gotta tell me the street.
There we go. I'm from Silicon Valley.
Okay. All right. Tell me why you called. What you got?
Sorry, I had two devices. I said I'm from Silicon Valley.
I got that. Okay. Well, tell me what you think about being in love,
the topic
at the same time, and married for money.
No. That's a hell no.
Which one?
You cannot love two people at this. You cannot love two people at the same time. No.
Okay.
Absolutely not. Okay. So I've been married 24 years.
Okay.
And I ain't playing that game at all.
Okay.
Not today, not tomorrow, not yesterday, not no day.
Okay.
Am I breaking up? Angie.
I'm here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I breaking up because you're chopping up on my side?
A little bit. Just a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so no to the two people loving at the same time. That's confusion. Somebody confused. I don't know who, but if it's her, confused. pick a side, make a decision.
Said choose a
Deal with it.
box. Choose a box.
Sing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly right. Do you like me? Yes or no?
Okay, third grade.
Now, okay, so moving on to that whole money thing. I brought something. I brought a little toy for you, girls. Hold on. 'Cause out here in Cali, shit is quite expensive. Let me get it together. Hold on, honey.
Oh Lord, what does she
Where you
got?
at?
Well, this a money counter? What you got?
I can't.
You know? I'm gonna
What you
get it
doing?
together. Hold on. But anyway, besides all that, the money thing is questionable because I've been on sides of those fence. Um, and it really just depends on the person willing to
Okay.
tolerate,
Mm-hmm.
you know, for a dollar,
Okay.
you know. So people thought at first, that my situation that I was married for money, and then the tables turned. I'm 24 years in this shit, and we are happy. I mean, I had it, he had it. We go back and forth. Y'all know Cali ain't no joke. We ain't no joke out here in Cali. So it's expensive to live here, and if you're gonna marry somebody for money, you're gonna have to know how to play that game, baby. So the gag is you gotta let them know that that you can hold your own, and you willing to hold your own with or without the money. So you keep that running along. Now, if you act like you broke and you did it, then they're gonna treat you as such, and you gonna settle for a whole bunch of shit that ain't necessary. Now, I ain't doing that. Not today, not tomorrow, not no day.
Okay.
What you gotta say, Angie? The way you looking at me, girl, I
I'm
don't
listening.
like it.
I'm more.
I'm hella shy to
I'm
be
more
on
listening.
camera.
I'm more listening, not really giving any feedback. I'm just letting you all give your opinions.
Well, that's not entirely true because you've been giving your opinion tonight a little bit. So
Well, I mean just a little bit, but
I
I
don't
don't. I
know.
mean, I can't really speak on the loving two people at the same time because I haven't been in that situation. As far as marrying somebody for money, I believe I would marry
Oh
somebody for money.
no, no, no. There absolutely is no speaking on loving two people at the
But I
same
can't. But I
time.
don't want.
That's
But I can't just seem to just be just some any old body to
that's
just walk up. And
ridiculous.
say, hey, what's up? You want to marry me? No, I
Mm.
don't think so. I gotta like him. I got to like something about him. Be attracted something. It can't just be strictly that's all it is about is the money. Because that I don't think I would. Yeah, I don't think I would be happy in the
Okay,
situation.
no. So the money thing is it can get complicated, and
Okay.
I agree with some of the other former panel members. It can get complicated. It depends on
Mm-hmm.
your upbringing. It depends on various things,
Okay.
your character, so forth and so on. I've seen both sides of the fence. I've seen people that that I love dearly date bum ass niggas. I'm sorry, that's a bad word? I'm sorry.
I didn't hear what you
What
said.
you say?
Bums.
Bum
Huh?
ass.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Date bombs,
Oh, bums. You can say bums
bums,
all day.
and okay, yeah, I dropped the M bomb. That's my bad. That's my bad. Just for the record, I'm both. Okay, so my mom is of color, and so I don't say that with any disrespect. That's just my upbringing. However, um, I see people that date younger men, the cougars out here,
Mhm.
and they just want to play. They just want to play, and it's
Okay.
people I love, and I think it's ridiculous because you dating son, and I'm asking you how is this mommy dearest game going in?
You no,
Because you steadily drag
no, you
wet
didn't do that,
mouth
mommy dearest.
on
Girl,
the
you
floor.
shut up.
What?
You said,
Why I
mommy
gotta shut up,
dearest.
Angie? I said what? I
Mommy
didn't hear
dearest.
you. I said what?
Mommy dearest.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, love. Yes. All
Dead.
day, every day. I
Damn.
cannot. Yes.
Ooh.
Well, come back to life. I know CPR. I'll bring you back to life, girl.
Girl, you
But anyway, yeah, I've seen it, and they date these men, and they out of touch, they out of time, they had children too young,
okay.
they living in the wrong era in their mind,
Look
not
at
in
Night Owl.
time, but in their mind. Not,
Night
I
Owl.
love Night Owl. I love Night Owl.
You see what she put
I
in the
love
chat?
Night
Guess what?
Owl.
You got a baby eggplants. Girl, if you don't
Is she
stop,
being nice to me?
you being nasty.
Well, no. Now hold on. We talk about no baby eggplants now.
Oh,
Not
we
at
don't
all.
want no Harvey. We don't want no Harvey
These older women
Weinstein.
is not doing no baby
Chick
eggplant.
Benny.
They doing, huh?
Chick Benny, you still up here?
Oh, I'm here. I'm listening.
Look, you see what Night Owl put in there talking about some baby eggplants. I'm dead.
That's why I'm gonna try to see.
Wait, can I
Night
not
Owl.
see the chat? Can I do the chat too?
I had to turn my sound down. I'm
I
on my
want to see what
looking at
Night
my
Owl saying.
phone.
I
So I
love
can
Night
see.
Owl. I,
Yeah.
Night
I
Owl
love
here.
her.
Oh
She
yeah.
she is the realest. She's
So
the
you
realest.
so Night Owl is saying she ain't gonna be with no man. Period. I guess whether he got money or not, and he ain't got no good eggplant. Good God Almighty, I'm dead. But I'm sure there's some women, as we said. I said settle regardless. Settle regardless. Settle with a man that they're really not attracted to. Settle with a man that don't really have good chemistry. Settle with a man that don't have no money. Settle with a man that don't have good sex, good organs, whichever, whatever your preference is. I do believe people settle every day
Yes.
with people that they're not compatible with. They're not. And they will not admit it
Yeah.
to themselves or other
Oh,
people.
sorry. I gotta figure this camera thing out. So, Queen, I think I find most of the women that I see doing this is settling because they're in up to their insecurities.
Okay.
Like they don't have a lot, so they gonna settle for whatever so that they don't feel inadequate.
Okay.
That's just my thought.
Okay.
So
So you don't
that's
think a
me.
person so you saying a person shouldn't marry for money, man or woman?
I don't think.
You don't think a person should marry for
I'm
money?
sorry.
A person should not marry for money.
I hear you. I hear you. Personally, I would say no for me, but there's all different reasons why people do that.
Mm.
I mean, as you know, I live in California, and it's not uncommon here because it's not uncommon. You gotta
Well, we
you gotta
know
do what
because
you
one,
gotta
it's
do.
the most expensive state in the union, and people are very superficial in California, LA area. They are more concerned with their appearances, how they look. So you live in a superficial demographic. So that will draw in people only being with people for superficial monetary reasons.
I agree to Queen to some degree. However, I have a great upbringing. I mean, I have two mothers. My mother from birth to about 9 years old is from Mississippi. So I was actually raised with a lot of Southern type of beliefs and lifestyles and just the way my life was ran. It was ran that way. However, my second part of my half of my life was with my biological mother, which is from New York.
Okay.
So I spent the second half of my life in San Francisco,
Okay.
California. So I'm a suburban and city girl, more so city girl, because I spent most of my demographic in the city. So I am a city girl, but I'm very set groups because that's all I've ever known since birth. So I did a lot of things that way. So I mean, it's complicated when you start to think about how people move and how shift around here. People move differently for different reasons.
Mhm.
And I think we can't put people in one box. So marrying for money in California is not unheard of.
Yeah, well,
And
that's what I said. It's
you can sell your soul to the
the state of
devil
California.
for a
The state
month.
of California has more millionaires per square footage than any state in the union. That's why I said that. You have more wealthy people there. You have more people who are superficial there because they're wealthy. You know, they spend more money on materialistic things, so that draws people in when they're seeing, you know, pretty cars and fine restaurants, and they're famous and they're known for something. It can attract people to only want to be with you for your money and your status.
Correct. Correct. And that can be the case. I have a rare case where, my case started off whereas I myself was a millionaire and then fell short of glory in time. And then my husband is now, the one who carries the torch. Like, so,
Okay.
but, our relationship, people try to get in our ear about what it was about, but we love each other and if he got it. It don't matter who got it. We gonna make it.
Okay.
So it's wrong to marry people for money because unless you gonna do it until they die.
Right.
I mean, you gotta ride that pony, the long ride. There ain't no short pony. There ain't no pony that you go ride at a circus or nothing like that. You got to ride that misery day in, day out, sell
Okay.
your soul to the devil constantly to dollars at the end of the day, and you gotta hope that the people that's standing next to you ain't fucking trying to take the money after
Okay.
he gone, cause they gonna claim shit they ain't never been there.
Mm-hmm.
Queen, I'm sorry.
So,
Okay, well, I just want to let you know I am a real person too. I am a real
Amen.
person,
Amen.
like they said.
hey, pass me
And
a drink of that Patron.
I got a real job, girl. I
Yeah,
ain't
I
got
tell her.
time
I
to be
see.
on.
Look, I see your face. That's
I ain't
good
gotta
enough.
be up here. I ain't on here trying to drag your name to the dirt for the whole God honest truth up in here today. Not never. Not no day, no day. I absolutely adore you and really love
Thank you. I
watching your
appreciate that.
show.
Thank you.
Now, if I can go back in the bushes and never
Yeah,
be
come on.
seen
Yeah,
again,
go back in
you
that
know I
bushes
am a real.
and see what they talking about downtown.
I love y'all. I couldn't get my money machine to work. I'm mad. I'm mad, girl.
I thought that
I
was a
wanted to
money
make it rain
machine.
on y'all.
Okay, you couldn't make it rain.
Girl, I got two
Look,
of these things.
look,
Let me
it
see
said
what I
I'm
can do to
tired.
make it rain, huh, Queen?
Look, that machine said I'm
Come
tired.
on, come on. There we go.
Let's see how
Let me
good.
see if I can get
Bring it over the other way.
one day I'm gonna come on here.
Oh man.
Bring it
Look,
over the
I'm
other
gonna blow
way.
my damn brains out. What other way, honey? Oh, I hear what you're saying.
You
You
know
know what?
what?
The battery
Extreme
might be a little
going
low.
out. My damn Larry. Lord have mercy. I
Say
can't.
what?
I'm laughing
Um,
at these comments.
I was sitting on here to make it rain, y'all. There
Hey.
we go.
Yeah.
Make it rain. That's Cali for you, baby.
I know y'all about the money in California.
Yeah, you know. I ain't doing nothing strange for no change, honey. I've been married 24 years. I ain't got to do a whole lot no more.
I like that, Winnie.
I just go. I go to work and I come home. I take care of my family. I love cooking, and I'm a very wholesome woman.
Oh Lord, Winnie, you a mess. Oh wow, that was good. Thank you.
A little bit.
Okay, baby.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye,
guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us. Thank you so much. That's Winnie from California. What else you got to say, Chick Benny?
That's it. I don't have. I like that. I like her talking.
Funny.
She was funny.
I don't know what they talking about in that chat.
Oh, I saw that, but broke men are ugly too. There's some rich women. Wait a minute. Let me get it right.
Yeah, don't get tired.
Let me look at what they said.
Wait a minute, you might need a lawyer because when you're on everyday shenanigans, you got to have an attorney to talk.
Oh no.
Yeah. You need a real attorney when you get on this channel and talk, honey, because my stars.
They said ugly men are the ones with the money, but there's a lot of ugly broke men too. That's all.
There's a lot of ugly folks, period.
Period. And they all could get somebody. They all,
Look, you have seen men that didn't look very appealing to the eye, and they had a dime piece on their arm. Shut your mouth. Goes any type of way, because people are with people for various reasons. Sometimes you might date a guy, he may not be attractive, but as you got to know him, he was funny, he was nice, he was cordial, and you went and you rode the ride. Or he could have been just a dog and you still dated him anyway. That's why I'm saying people do different things for different reasons.
Yeah. That's true.
Maya, everybody deserves love. I do agree with that. Thank you, Chick Benny. Thank you so much.
All right. I thank you so much, and I'll see you later.
Okay, love you, honey. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, that was Chick Benny, everybody. I want to thank y'all for joining the Queen. It's hour 1:52. And if I don't have another guest to jump here, I'm going to head out of here because it's almost at 2 hours. But I thank you all for the conversation and the feedback. I want to thank my panel guests who jumped on and went on faith and come up here. Evie, y'all killing me. Money talks. Cash is king for what somebody said. Amen. Y'all know y'all something else. Oh, y'all make the Queen laugh. I swear. Y'all have made this a wonderful early Sunday morning in the high 10. I am so humble and grateful. But I want to thank you all for joining me. If you'd like to donate to the channel, $ Big Angie 129. Please leave your comments in the comment section of this said video when it uploads, and other videos that I have in the queue in the library. I thank you all so much for following me, liking, sharing, subscribing. Welcome to all new subscribers. Pass the name along. I want to thank you all. A lot of you are very loyal, and y'all rock with the Queen despite it all, and I really appreciate that. And I want to thank the mods who came on tonight to help the flow. Aquarius 63, thank you so much. How you doing, Backspace? How you doing? I want to thank you all so much for your support, and I want y'all to be safe and have a wonderful Sunday, and be safe going into the new week. Good night, Extreme. And just be careful out there. It's probably a little warm in certain places, so just be safe out there. Places that it's raining, be safe. I'm getting ready now. Go watch me something. I don't know what I'm going to find, but I'm going to find me something good. I might go creep into Netflix and see what's popping over there. Thank you all so much. This is Everyday Shenanigans. God bless all of you. Thank you. Good night.